Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to take a moment to pop in here, take a moment to introduce myself, and to also tell you a little bit about my background and who I am. My name is Lisa Morkovich. I am a psychotherapist, social worker, and art therapist, licensed as a social worker and art therapist. I practice out of New York. I have offices in Manhattan and in Brooklyn, and I also offer telehealth services. So what telehealth services is basically I use like a platform it's a secure platform that's similar to Skype, but it's more HIPAA compliant. And it's very convenient for people who either have sort of an unusual work schedule and they have time limitations, or also for people who travel a lot for work or travel a lot for life. It's when you have sort of time and location constraints, it's very helpful. I specialize in anxiety disorders. I'm very passionate about helping people overcome anxiety disorders and to basically show people that that treatment really does work for anxiety disorders, and that treatment is also short-term and it's evidence-based, which is great, meaning like that you don't have to live with panic attacks for the rest of your life at all. You can overcome panic attacks, you can live the life that you want, you can achieve all of those goals that you have for yourself, and all of those things that you feel anxiety disorders are preventing you from accomplishing. You can achieve those goals, absolutely. And I'm here to really tell you that you can, and that treatment does work. So I also have started offering services to pregnant and postpartum women. I offer both in-office services for support and for counseling, and to help for pregnant women, to help prepare you for this new addition, this humongous change that you're about to go through, because becoming a mom, whether or not you're a new mom, or whether or not like you already have kids, it's like introducing like a new life to a family dynamic is very, very, very life-changing. It's like many moms, after they give birth, they even say, I could never prepare myself for this. I never expected for life to change, or for me to change that much. It's very life-changing. It's like you're really not the same person after you give birth. So I'm here to help, support women through this transition. I also offer mindfulness skills, where we learn. I teach mindfulness, teach meditation, which is very helpful for when you're in labor, basically, when you're in labor, and if whether or not you choose to get an epidural, or whether or not you choose not to get an epidural, whether or not you choose to give birth in a hospital or in a birthing center or at home. I mean, mindfulness skills, distress tolerance skills is very, very, very beneficial for when you're in that moment when you're about to give birth, regardless of what kind of birth you decide to have. So for postpartum women, I offer in-home services. For pregnant women, I also offer in-home, but for postpartum, this is really, really crucial, because a lot of moms with a baby, they just can't travel, especially if you have more than one child. It's just like traveling just presents as like a huge obstacle. So I offer telehealth, and I offer in-home services in those cases, and I screen part of the services is also screening for postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, and to offer therapy in-home and telehealth services for the two. Postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety actually happens a lot. It's a lot more common than people realize. I mean, and it's a little bit. I mean, baby blues also. Like baby blues can, it does affect how you feel as a parent, and it does affect how you feel, obviously, but postpartum depression is a little bit more extreme than postpartum, just baby blues, as some doctors call them. A lot of doctors, in my experience, they don't screen for postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety, so oftentimes it goes overlooked. I mean, both of these things can and do affect like bonding with your baby. It can and does affect how you feel about being a mom. I mean, it's almost like you want to be supported. I mean, new moms and new families too. It's not just new moms, but families. Like you want to be supported during this huge change. You want help, like adjusting to life with a baby, basically. So I'm here to provide that support. So I also, so my training also, it's in something called cognitive behavioral therapy, and it's in dialectical behavioral therapy. I have videos up about what cognitive behavioral therapy is and what dialectical behavioral therapy is, and, I'll post more about those two, and I also offer something called spiritual coaching, which, feel free to look on my website and to read more about what that entails, and feel free to also get in touch with me, and I'll, I'm happy to talk about which services might be best for you. But that's really me. I mean, I've worked in a lot of different settings before I decided to make the jump into private practice. I've been very happy working in private practice. I love the work I do with clients. And before I worked in private practice, I worked in HIV services full time with substance use and it's called the MICA population. I worked inpatient, I worked outpatient. I mean, I've had sort of a wide range of experience working in a variety of different settings. But again, very happy to be in private practice. And that's really me. I mean, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and please, get in touch with me with any questions. All right, take care. Bye.